Okay, I am in the general chat. This is, I hope this is the right one this time. So, this was the first opportunity I've got. And before that, it was just 4 months being Clubhouse, running from room to room, listening about metaverses. But from the very first day, I knew this was my space. I really manifested this place like 5 years ago. And as soon as I heard about it, my eyes opened wide. And it's been in the next 4 months, I just go from room to room, try to know whatever little bit I know, but I never came across Cryptovoxels until that day. Uh, and I lost my trail of thought. But it's that day. Okay, I found it. Yeah. The day I got the opportunity for building my first bill, I knew that was the day, and I had to do something. I knew I had to do something that was different, and that had and I tried my best. And if you go through, if you have a chance right now, I don't want everyone to be scattered or in my link tree, because there are a bunch of parcels that I worked with. But you will see that I don't know if you would, but I do see that I've tried to do something different in every
It's
drop I
back.
have or every build I have. Create an experience that first I would be amazed with first, and if I am amazed with, then I think that it's very simple to expect people to love and appreciate your work. And I think I've always achieved to do that. And yeah, so yeah, I don't want to go into that whole trail, but Los Sleazy has these are also people who have supported me and seen something in me probably. And I've also tried to help them uh, to use these wearables or the branding or the merchandise to be able to move ahead in some or the other way, or make progress in their space. I won't say I'm an expert, but we all are trying to figure out ways to be seen in this space which has so much noise every day. And I'm just learning, and as I learn, I have a small community, a small family building up, called Middletown, with Kane Mayfield Low, and so many other people, and I try to help out wherever possible. So here you'll find a lot of those people. So you have Los Sleazy, you have Ope, journalist Terry, Kane Mayfield, Liana. These were the people whose avatars I made first and put out as multiple editions of NFTs, and the community backed it up. All of them paid for these avatars, so that these community leaders, that not leaders, but the people who've held space where I've learned about NFTs, and so I wanted to do something for them, and in turn, the community helped me out, and that is what got me these parcels, these two parcels that you see that we are on. And it's been a wonderful journey. In this journey, I was able to make avatars for three very talented people and legends in this space and in Web 2 as well. So DJ Lethal Skills was one of them. That was the first one who got a commissioned avatar for me, who trusted my me, and that was where it started. Uh, then Money B from Digital Underground, who was which is Tupac Shakur's first hip hop band. I grew up listening to Money B and Tupac, and being able to work for Tupac for Money B was an experience. I literally, though, that when I even built for Money B in Digital Underground in Cryptovoxels. So if you get the time, do check out that parcel in my link tree as well. That was a time where I was so excited that I used to wake up like random times in the night from my bed and just put the song on, like from a Digital Underground, just dance and be crazy, because these were the little things that kept me motivated, kept me energetic. It's been a roller coaster. It's not been just energetic. There have been times that I woke up with a pain in my heart, saying that what am I going to do today? But every time that happened, there was something or the other that came, that I would call them small miracles, because I didn't even know where small things happened, and kept me going in these last 2 years. Because I've been just earning in crypto. This is the only means of source of income that I or my family has been having for the last 2 years. So there are things that happened that kept me keep going and kept making me positive, and I've been I've been just happy. So the third person you see is Tech from Smith and Wesson, another legendary hip hop artist from the '90s, and yeah, I got to do an avatar for him as well. Uh, Next, if we move in the next room, I don't know if I'm going very fast, but I there's so much I want to share, and I am just trying to cruise through it, and I'm excited as well. So please bear with me, and let me stop me if I'm going pretty fast at the same time. Uh, I've always wanted to be on the WIP meetups, but it's 2 a.m. over here where I stay, and that's why I've never been able to make it. I know control builders while I was working with them as well were here, but I wasn't able to make it over here because of the time. Uh
Dude, you're
but yeah,
doing great, man. This is a great story, and like really, your like passion for the space is like palpable. It's great to hear everything that you're saying. I think everyone's moved on to, or a lot of people have moved on to the next room, man. You want to tell us about this one? I see like Spider Man and the Street Fighter 2 stuff.
yes. So this room started as I see. I knew this build was going to take time. It's still under process because but I wanted to add nostalgia. Everything that I do is is it has some Easter egg or part of my journey in this planet. Trying to add, trying to show with the art the things that mattered to me, that made a difference in my life. So this is that room where I've tried to, add that nostalgia. So you have Spider-Man over here. You have Black Panther. Huge shout out to Chadwick Boseman. There's, I love this man. Even before he got into um, working for Marvel, the biographies he did, he always held a very important space in my life. Just before he passed away, I started making this sculpture in 3D for him. Just a second, I'll find a picture if possible. You're gonna love it. There it is. But I still haven't been able to complete it because it gives me uh, it gives me thrills even while I'm talking about him. I love the man, and it's just little ways that I can pay respect to these people that matter to my life. So yeah, I and this has been that space where I've tried to showcase how much in detail, try to show how much passion I have for voxels. I hope I've been able to do that, but uh, yeah, uh, it's this build is still a work in progress. I've just like half an hour before here, I managed to put my Genesis collection up on the last floor on top, which you can go through. It was something that started, that gave me a big boost in this space. It was actually the thing that uh, that got me moving, like really changed my life. If I take a little minute to share about it, it's I got scammed into getting married 7 years ago, and this was the collection that got me my divorce. So it holds a very special place in my life as well. So not to get into that whole rabbit hole, it was stupid. It was something that was very important because I learned a lot of things as well. So I would never regret anything that happened in my life. uh, uh I so check this out. uh this while you see here, this I did was able to put this particular NFT, the avatar that you see me wearing. While I do only one of one avatars, I did want. I think I'm moving to the next phase of my life, and at this bear market, I have tried to put my head down and focus on how I can take everything that I've done in the last 2 years in the next level. So I took the time and and try to learn animation with the avatars that I make, so I could add more. And I'm also working on putting out like short movies that I shoot in the metaverse, so that it would not be just movies, but I'll talk to that. I'll talk about that a little later. Let me chill a little about the current project that I have. So this particular NFT, the chase, is for 0.009, and everyone and anyone who collects three of them gets the avatar. I see. Uh, is that easy? Just a second. Yes, it is easy. He's put half of it on, or has he? Easy, you have a JSON I sent you. You could just put the JSON up and you'll have the whole avatar with you. Just a second. Let me try to find that while we're speaking. But yeah, I think uh, I realized that if people really get to wear one of the avatars I've done, I think that is, you also realize the amount of details uh, that I put in. So I put something that's more accessible to everyone. So this is that project. If you collect three and retweet my pinned tweet, saying the color that you'd like to have for this avatar. So I have three colors. If you look towards me, the one I'm wearing right now is the purple one. Uh, this one right now that I changed to is the orange one, and there's another one which is the black version. And this one. To get one of those, my one of one avatars start from 0.16. They're all packages, and they come with merchandise that you could further give away. But this particular avatar is, you'd get it for just like around 50 bucks, and it would really help me out because I've got some plans that are big and it'll really help me out. I don't want to make it a huge shill. Uh, I'm also excited about my future, my next drop. I've made a short movie. Like I said, the conversation I started from, like all these avatars connect somewhere, is because I want to make movies in the metaverse and use all these characters, all the avatars that I've done for people to be a part of those movies. So that way I'm now almost done with my first short movie, and let me take you to the place where the movie is shot. I won't be able to show you the movie because I have a plan to, I built a theater for Rook, one of the people from the space, and I want to start showing movies in that theater and really make use of the metaverse, so that I could also encourage people to use the metaverse in different ways. So follow me if you're in the room where the Black Panther uh, was. It's a secret place, so you're not going to be able to see it unless you follow me. Uh, so everyone up there, follow me if you can. Uh, so this is the example of one of the sets that I have. Are you guys behind me? Follow me. Come down. Let me know when you guys there. All right. All right. So when you walk towards the corner just behind Ryu's leg, and then you just fall down. Don't fly. Just walk. You'll reach a very interesting space. And let me know if you're not able to. Okay. There you go. So this is a proof of work that I'm working on, that I can make movies in the metaverse. I can create actors like avatars and also sets. So it's going to be my first drop on Counterparty. I am very excited because it's coming out pretty good. I had Bitcoin Audio may do the audio for it, and what the audio, he just got back to me with the audio last week, and it's amazing. It's like the day that just 3 days back the whole NFT came together, and there have been times that I've just been staring at it for hours because I don't. It's I don't put out stuff until unless I do that. Until unless it, like I said, it has to. It has to strike me. Make me feel like I've done something amazing, and that's when I dropped that NFT. Like even last year, I did get a lot of support from people,
Just a
but the only
humble
collections I've dropped, I only dropped two collections last year because I am not a person who can just who would just drop anything on the name of NFTs. If I have something that goes on the blockchain and if it's is immutable, it has to be something that's close to my heart or something that I'm passionate about. And this is weird. So I would love to have some feedbacks about this. Not a lot of people have been able to see this part of the parcel, but I thought, why not? I got this opportunity to be with Oleol, and that's why. Yeah. But do I would love to get more feedback on what you feel about my work, and yeah, if and also if you could give me a retweet on my pin tweet, that would be amazing. But yeah, that was a little bit about me. Thank you.
Dude,
And I
this
hope I'm audible.
no, dude, this has been incredible, and appreciate the sneak peek into your like secret dungeon here. I feel like uh across the board, everyone's been very, very impressed with everything that you've been putting out, and like clearly you have a high standard for yourself before you've put something out there. I know questions have been rolling in as we've been doing this, so maybe this is a good time to pass the mic over to Show, and he can relay some of those to you.
Hey man, what's going on?
Please. Hey, what's up?
First off, let me just say, really inspiring. From one artist to another, you have a really interesting story, and I can hear in your voice that your life experience has really informed on a lot of the things that you create and your motivation. So it's really dope. Especially knowing that you're kind of shirking the hamster wheel of capitalism, and you're trying to go for it all, giving it everything you got for yourself as opposed to someone else. So that's kind of dope.
Thank you so much. I'd like to say it's the what life has taught me in this last 2 years in this journey. Bear or bull, it cannot let me down. I cannot disrespect what I've got by feeling down, or feeling like we're going with the noise where people are saying the gas is high, it's affecting the nature, or I mean that would affect that would I would worry about that. But these things like NFTs are a fraud, or it's the bear market. I cannot I cannot let that stop me, because if I do that, I feel like this opportunity that I've got, I would lose it. So I think everyone should see it in that way. Don't go with the noise. Don't just keep building, keep doing better than what you did before. And there are people who are watching that, and it one by one it grows, and it's helped me out. I've had some little amount of success with that, and there's so many things that validated that now there's no looking back. That I would say there's nothing that can bring me down, make me stop. Yeah, I would love to say that. Yeah.
That's cool. First question we have is from Emmy Terrier. They would like to know which kind of 3D printings uh, are you used to doing? Do you normally do resin type or filament type? I guess a PLA, ABS style.
I am well versed with mostly all kinds of 3D printing, but I personally use FDM machines because it's more it's more affordable, and at the same time it's I can use biodegradable materials like PLA. So it's 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 not the best of the materials, so I try to be very careful with the materials, the waste materials and everything, and make sure I collect everything that's wasted and then put it for recycling. But I try to keep that conscience alive and try, and yeah, FDM is what I do right now. Sorry, that was a rant. But yeah.
That's cool. Lastly, we have a question from Using in Crypto. He would like to know, uh, he always put CV wearables on manually. How does he use the JSON file for the Mecha Tiger suit?
Just a second. So when you go to Costumer, uh, you have an upload option over there. So, second, I think I have a screenshot this for someone that had the same doubt, but yeah, let me. It's right there. Exactly. There you go. Someone put a picture on there. Upload costume, and you just upload the JSON on there, and it'll be the whole avatar would be on you. So you don't have to go through all that hassle. I try my best to make it easy for everyone. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we also have a question from Rizzle. He would like to know, would it be possible for you to clarify 3 times of those manifold NFTs, as in getting the avatar itself? Is it possible?
Uh, so the NFT is what I mean. Whoever collects 3 of those NFTs, I airdrop all the variables, because buying the variables in Polygon one by one, it becomes difficult for a lot of collectors. So I tend to make it easy. You collect the NFT and I airdrop the variables. And if you notice just the previous conversation, I even airdrop you the JSON, so you don't have to go through the hassle of wearing it. So I try. It's been this journey. I've noticed that I've tried my best to make it as easier for collectors. Like every plan of every project or every drop, it's been my intention to how I can it's what the world the pace that we are at right now, even the Instagram reels and everything, the attention span of people, everyone is so less. So my main intentions before doing anything is how can I make it simple. So yeah. uh yeah, sorry. I hope that answered your question. I'm trying to find my the chase link so that I could drop it in the chat. But that's the one we're talking about. Go ahead. Yeah, so collect 3, and it's. I know people. I mean, you might think that why would I have multiple of the same NFT? But this is my first manifold drop, and I'm going to have more burn, and redeem NFTs as well. So yeah, you won't end up having the same one. You'll have different ones, and I'm always creating competitions or ways to link up all the different projects that I do, because I tend to do a lot of different things. It's I'm not someone who plans someone, but I'm a person who enjoys learning different things. Like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? And that is how my next move uh very naturally plays. I mean, I don't know how to explain that, but every next drop that I have plays very naturally, because it comes it's showcasing what I've learned at what point of time. Yeah.
Amazing. If anyone else has any other questions for Jigar, make sure you tag them in the channel. This tour's been awesome. I know Paradox is in the house. I'm in one of your chambers with Brookhawk and a few other folks. Normally we take a commemorative group shot so we can remember this. Paradox, yeah, where shall we go?
Testing. Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay, cool. So we are going to do an intro, but everybody just head upstairs, please, to the kind of Goku area. In the meantime, Dragonate, do your thing, please. Let's see if it works.
Just a humble cameraman looking for a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Rizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
Okie dokie. So, right, if you've not been listening, I am Paradox. I am the resident WIP videographer. Firstly, I want to say God damn, this parcel is amazing. So, you know, shout out to you for doing this. But right, there's only one choice in my mind today for the photo location. That is in front of Goku and the Street Fighter guy. I'm sure people are struggling to get up, so it might be good if somebody posts a direct link up here. If you can, that'd be amazing. Right, okay, so if you're not unsure where you're going, follow the crowd.
Can someone also drop a direct link in world potentially?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
How we're doing? Is everybody coming here? So let's have a look. How's everybody else's browser handling this out of interest? We're talking to Dragonite. And I know it's
medium at best.
Yeah. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is, okay, everyone's starting to come up here. So, Dragonite, if you can play some music kind of quietly, I know it's quite a loud track. Let's see how we do. I'm going to talk at you for another... That's nice. Right, everybody onto the wooden platforms, please. I'll give everyone sort of 20 seconds whilst I talk at you. So if you're new to the WIP, I edit together a recap video of these events every single week, and you can catch the videos I do on Rizzle's Twitter. So, right, everyone onto the wooden platforms, and I think what we're going to do, for the first time ever, we're just going to take a photo. Just a photo, because otherwise my computer will catch on fire. Okay, and the only other thing I'm going to say today is I normally say throw up emojis, but I'm going to ask you not to, please. Otherwise, yeah, it's not going to work. So, drop the emojis, please. We're going to count to 5, and I'm going to take a good old-fashioned screenshot. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if this works. I'm going to paste it straight into the chat. How's this? Beautiful. Cool. Dragonite, if you fade me out, please. Cool. All right. That was an interesting one. I couldn't do more, but yeah, keep an eye out for the video. Cheers, guys. I won't catch you next week because I'm on vacation. So see you in a couple of weeks. Laters.
If I don't know if you guys are there, do not forget to sign the guest book. I have just whipped up a nice whip available for everyone, and yeah, it looks good. So do share. I mean, do sign the sign book, and yeah, I hope you like it.
Hey,
Where is that guest book?
I was about to ask the same thing. Also, I'm going to drop the WIP guest book in the chat here as well. So there's a couple guest books. So bookmark the WIP one and let's find the one in Metavoxelz place.
It's on the corner in the same room. I know it's been crazy. The parcel's getting heavier and heavier as I build, but there's so much I want to do, and yeah, you guys can see that. I'm sure. Wait, my computer's hung up on me as well. But it's on the corner. There you are. It's in this corner exactly. There you go. But do follow me on Twitter. I've got something excited going on, and yeah, I'd love the support. Thank you so much, guys.
Boom. There we go. I just signed the guest book that was in the corner there. And I realized that Cryptovoxels was not loading any of the detail for me. Looking at that group shot, I didn't see any of those details. It's literally a black room for me. God, I got to go back to Korea and get on my gaming PC. My laptop is just not up to snuff anymore. But that was fun.
You should check it out.
Yeah, totally. Rizzle, on your end, anything we need to let the folks know before we wrap things up and toss it over to Show?
I'm going to break my own rules again, and normally I'm dropping the WIP guest book in world, but we'll just keep, for the sake of simplicity, make sure you sign Metavoxelz guest book in world to get his wearable. Make sure you sign the WIP guest book in the chat here to get the Fabiano and Patrizia wearable, the Mr. Candle. and we're getting hooked up today. And check out Metavoxelz Manifold Drop. I'm definitely going to check it out. And I really appreciate your story, man, and your passion for building in this space. And I feel like a lot of people do, and it really translates well within this event. And it's really inspiring to hear from builders like yourselves who are just, undeterred by market stuff and just out here to do the thing on a daily basis. So certainly wish you the best. And a lot of the work you've done, man, overlaps people who overlap our community, as I'm sure you've known. So appreciate you being up at 2-3 in the morning or whatever time it is here. And certainly wish you well, man. If there's anything else we can do that overlaps in the future, certainly keep us in mind, because I think we're all fans of your work here, man. We've been in a lot of Cryptovoxels places and other Metaverse places, and you can appreciate good builders when you've been into enough of these things. So it really stands out, man, and appreciate your work here. I think that's about everything. We did the thing. We took the group shot. We got a dope tour. We got a broad view of Metavoxel stuff. Matt said things. I said things. We didn't even need the shot clock, and probably about time to pass it over to the show for the Afties. Pass it over to the show for the show of the Afties. We all said some things. Can you say things? Yes, Conwolf, you can say things. Good job, things. With that, Dragonate, we could do show's intro. And hey, thank you everybody for turning out today. Thank you everybody for supporting the fam and checking out all the cool things. I'll do the show thing. Thank you to Meme Explorers, the leadership team, something, whatever show says. I don't even know. I'll let him do it. He does it better than I do. If you want to do show's intro, Dragonate, we'll wrap this thing up. Thank you very much, everybody, for turning out.
Is this thing on?
Yeah! It's time for the FTs!
Hot takes, opinions, thoughts. Let's go!
It looks like you're muted, Show.
No, I heard like double music at the same time.
Oh shit.
I was waiting for it to end.
Is it still not ended for you?
No, it just ended.
All right, let's go.
Well, anyway, y'all, please adjust your microphones, adjust your headphones. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm hearing shit. Oh, okay, that's why I had an article open. Sorry about that. I had an article open. My apologies. It was something I'm going to share with you in a moment. I was like, what the fuck is that double audio? All right, y'all. Okay. Sorry for that. That wasn't intentional, but this is intentional. I'm getting straight to it, all right? I'm getting straight to it. The gloves are off, all right? I gave you motherfuckers a week to digest everything I've been telling you for months. Okay? Are you really into this shit? Are you really an active participant? Do you really believe in crypto? Or are you just a tourist vacationing on your iPad? Huh? This is the deal. We are 3 months into the year, and I can already tell you that 2023 is another dead fucking year. There it is. Okay? I'm sorry to break it to you. You know, having been in this space long enough, especially seeing what it was like right after January 2018 at the end of the first legendary bull run, I know what it feels like. It was bleak. It was dark as fuck with tons of hope. You know, everyone was full of hope, crossing their fingers buying into all kinds of ICOs, just like right now, but with little action happening. It was stagnant. Nothing moved for a long time. And it feels exactly like that right now. But here's the catch, okay? Here's the thing during this doom scroll that I'm taking you on that you can rely on. Are you still here listening to me, or did you mute me? Did you server deafen me? Are you listening to me? Did you click away? Are you sick? Are you sick of me talking to you this way? Do you want me to hold your hand? I suggest you click back to me in the voice channel and listen right now, okay? Because this is the whole point of this shit I'm about to tell you right now. Because this concerns you specifically. You. All of you. Every single one of you. I'm dead fucking serious. If you hold crypto, any, at all, then this one piece of information that I'm going to tell you is the caveat. This is the single sliver of hope that you can cling on to. Are you listening to me? The hope lies with the SEC versus Ripple Labs and their lawsuit. The SEC versus XRP. There, I said it. That's where the hope is at right now. This is our only hope. Our shining hope. Literally, this year is fucked. Unless there's a positive outcome with that lawsuit. I want you all to understand this, okay? I'm an ETH maxi through and through. But I want you all to understand that everything in the crypto space, our hopes, our dreams, our livelihoods depend on this court case between the SEC and Ripple. It's bigger than the XRP army talking ad nauseum. They're worse than Nicki Minaj fans. You know, it's bigger than BTC maxis and their like numbskull like takes on. I hate fucking reading their tweets, but this is bigger than that shit. This single entity in the form of Ripple Labs was attacked 3 years ago by the previous SEC commissioner a week before he retired. It was a parting shot. But they didn't anticipate Ripple Labs having a lot of money. And they didn't anticipate Ripple having really, really good lawyers with internet savvy to fight back hard. They thought this shit was just going to blow over. They thought this was going to be like BitConnect. This is what they thought. They did not expect for them. It was a Pandora's box. They did not know what the fuck they were getting into, and holy shit, they wish they did not do it. The lawyers who actually began to understand and love crypto the more they researched and defended their clients are what XRP hired. It was the worst kind of scenario for the SEC. A lot of times, you know, you may roll the dice on a lawyer. You know, they say a lot and they don't really do much. But these motherfuckers, they rolled a perfect 10. These lawyers, they began to understand crypto. And then as an effect, they realized that understanding crypto causes people to fall in love with it more. The price of everything is low now because most of the countries in the world do not like crypto. They do not like it because it threatens the soft power of their paper money. The yuan, the euro, the rupee, the yen, the USD. So due to this fact, each country has taken measures to slow the growth of this new economy to keep it simple. Pardon me. To slow the growth of this new economy. To keep this simple for you, right? with the United States being the most powerful and dominant country on the planet world in the history of countries and planets and worlds, the US dollar absolutely must be powerful, or America and the world itself cannot function. This is a harsh fact. It's a harsh truth. If the US dollar is threatened by another currency, it must be snuffed out entirely. So after weeks of seeing the US government attack crypto in America, a long-standing lawsuit is finally coming to an end, or an extended beginning. The SEC accused Ripple Labs of failing the Howey test and creating securities in the form of XRP tokens in addition to other randomly heinous things. After 3 years of a brutal paper war, Judge Annalisa Torres of the Manhattan Southern District began striking things from the record and barring things and basically getting the ball rolling on her final ruling. So everybody is sitting at the edge of their seat. Basically what I'm saying is, if I don't know what the fuck you're doing in the space right now, but if your eyes aren't on this case, I love you, but you're a dumbass, okay? I love you, but you need to be paying attention to this shit. For those of you especially who think I talk too much and use too many words and you don't understand what I'm saying, just hear this. The crypto space needs an explosion in order to get the prices up again and moving. And this is the case that's going to be the explosion. And now for those who don't want me to speak simply, who don't want me to speak in layman's terms, a catalyst for growth is necessary for our friends who are builders, like Metavoxelz, to continue doing the things that they love. This is the catalyst for growth that you all need in order for you to keep doing the things. This court case will shut down a number of things that the SEC is doing. I'm going to list it off. The SEC is blocking Grayscale, a massive fund that is looking to create a spot trading EFT for BTC. They want to create a spot trading ETF. Pardon me, I said ETC. I want to party ETC. No, they want to create a spot trading ETF for BTC as well as for ETH, which would allow institutional investors to get into the space with guardrails in place, which would send the price of these coins skyrocketing just from sheer activity. Too many big words for you? Remember that I said that right now we are stagnant with zero movement. This is part of the reason. They're blocking healthy, normal activity from being implemented. Think about this. These motherfuckers are supposed to protect investors, but they're blocking investors from being protected from something that we already know about. They're already spot trading ETFs that exist, but they're blocking this for this sector. But yet they're complaining about inflation. But yet this country is dominated by capitalism. Do you understand how stupid these motherfuckers are? I'm getting a little emotional because I just hate stupidity. The other thing that the SEC is doing is following orders. They're following orders. I'm going to share a link for you to read later on, but I'll sum it up for you in a moment. Let me just right click and paste. All right. They're following orders. So do you notice that Jerome Powell of the FED, the Fed, is continuously telling everyone that a recession is coming and that we need to keep increasing the interest rates? And every time he does this, the price goes down. Every time it's even more significant than how Elon Musk can tweet and then Doge randomly fluctuates. The price of everything goes down because interest rates literally affect those same people, those investors who are looking to spot trade through Grayscale and other funds and make money. Since they can't, once again, there is no movement. Are you catching what I'm saying now? Thank you, Elbow. Yes, I'm going to reference that in a moment. but at least somebody understands. Thank you, Elbow. The SEC is blocking a new innovation in crypto price guessing. That's what this means. It's better known as spot trading, or also, like Elbow just said, it's connected to options trading. Buy orders, puts, calls, limit orders. They are blocking this thing that is integral to capitalism already, yet they're supposed to be protecting investors, quote unquote. People with disposable money don't have a way to safely on-ramp without being exposed to stupidity. Are you getting it now? Legislation isn't clear, and even XRP lawyers are telling people, hey, check this out. Do not talk to these people. They do not have your best interests in mind. Go offshore, because unfortunately other countries have much clearer. They have, I'm not even going to say regulation. It's a term that people don't even understand anymore. Laws is confusing. They just have clearer information about this shit that we do. That's in layman's terms. It's clearer for you to stop, go, maybe so with these countries. Don't do this shit here because these motherfuckers are dumb. And lastly, there are orders and pressure. Just like I just shared a link, right? You can read it on your own time. But there are orders and pressure coming from one specific motherfucking individual and her cohort of 50 politicians. I kid you not, that is a real number, who are on the warpath against crypto itself. Senator Elizabeth Warren has recently been exposed in an article by Politico.com of putting pressure on Gary Gensler to enforce an arbitrary rule. Get this shit. Get this. I mean, are you sitting up and listening to me right now? To enforce an arbitrary rule for companies in the US to disclose financial information about their carbon footprints. What the fuck does carbon have to do with crypto, if not carbon footprint? We know what you're suggesting. We know what the terms mean, but what the fuck does this have to do with this sector? Do I have your attention now? Did you leave and come back? If you think way back to 2 years ago about politicians complaining about crypto mining destroying the ozone layer more than fossil fuels and cow farts due to thank you, Dragonate, due to electricity consumption, then you see how all of this comes full circle. Holy shit. Holy shit. Using climate risk as a casus belli, meaning this is an old school term from colonialism and from empires going to war with each other. It means that a kingdom has a cause to engage in war with another kingdom. They use climate risk as a cause to engage in war. The SEC has a means to target their real threats. You don't believe me? Go to Twitter and search the SEC and Bitcoin mining machines being illegal. You can do that shit now while you listen to me. Go to Twitter and search the SEC and Bitcoin mining machines being illegal. They just attempted to get legislation on miners selling machines without reporting beforehand as being illegal. Actually, not even legislation. They just filed lawsuits against a company. The same machines being accused of destroying the climate and the ozone layer years ago. Oh, are they green? Bitcoin mining facilities are polluting the water. They're using up too much electricity. They are saying that these machines are fucking securities. I'm not embellishing, y'all. For those of you still here, you are some of the smartest people. I'm looking at the voice channel and the people still left. You are the smartest people I know. They are saying that these machines fail the Howey test. A little TLDR on the Howey test. The Howey Group, the Howey Company, the Howey Corporation purchased a farmland. They were growing oranges with orange trees. They sold the farmland to another company. The company owns the trees, the land, and also what's produced from the trees, which are oranges. The government said, hold on, hold the fuck up. Hold up. This is illegal. Somehow, some way, you'll understand this shit. They said that the oranges are securities, and that it was in the wrong that this land was sold. Some kind of shit like that. That's how fucking old this shit was about. It was about some fucking trees and some oranges, and it wound up fucking up all this technology because the Howey Company mislabeled the land as being something else. They're saying that Bitcoin mining machines are fucking securities because they are sold. Securities? Like, look, are you following me right now? Do you understand? Like, I know half you motherfuckers ain't fucking listening to me right now because I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall. You are all highly intelligent people. This is why I share this information. This can't be so advanced that you are lost on what this strategy is. There's a grand strategy I just shared with you. If you aren't intelligent, then just remember this. Ripple needs to win, y'all. For all of us. It needs to win for all of us. And if you don't believe me, you read this article in your own time, and then you tell me if you don't start scratching and sweating a little bit reading the dumbass shit that's in this. Welcome to the Athletes, y'all. I'm your host, Show. That was a lot of words. I'm your host, Show. You already know. If you don't know, god damn it, where the fuck have you been? No, I'm not on your Twitter spaces with thousands of people following me. People don't like me that much. No, I'm not on Clubhouse. Selling you wolf tickets and all kinds of shit and lotion that doesn't work. But for those of you that are here, you get golden, you get radiant, you get shiny information that you don't get anywhere else for motherfucking free. Well-researched performance art. Who else is performing information in a way that isn't preachy, but is kind of preachy, but not really, but still leaves you having some kind of information stuck in your brain that's instantly verifiable as soon as you start engaging with social media accounts that are connected to what's going on in this space? You think I'm lying? How many times have you randomly been like, oh shit, wait, wasn't this what he was talking about the other day? Wasn't this shit the shit that he was just like rambling on about and screaming and yelling about? God damn it, this guy. You know it's true. That's why you're not fucking saying anything right now. This is the portion, this is the aspect of the event where you unmute your microphone and share your thoughts and opinions in form of a hot take. Share your thoughts and opinions in the form of a hot take.
You're illegal. You bad. No freedom for you. It's interesting. I saw a video on CBDCs. I think it was like the e-Naira or something, I guess in Nigeria that they've launched, but it's a complete shit show because they limited the amount of cash people can like have or withdraw. And there's like a shortage of cash now, and a lot of people don't have cell phones even yet. Very crazy shit going down all over.
Both points are correct, and I'm gonna address them in reverse. So yeah, the e-Naira, the CBDC that was supposed to come out of Nigeria that they test piloted last year, and then it said no wait, we're stopping it. Oh no wait, we're gonna make BTC legal tender, but like no wait. These are all signs of an inept government. An inept government. Unfortunately, it's. I mean, I'm rooting for Africa to be a little ahead of the curve, but unfortunately, they're self-sabotaging, and they're also at the whim of Chinese influence. Unfortunately, there are many Chinese companies that are coming in and buying up land in order to use it for other means, and they're also piloting CBDCs. They're also the ones that are secretly trying to get that shit going because they have the land and digital currency and governments that are inept, so they'll be able to exploit a populace and people who are unaware, which is what you just referenced. Many people don't even have access to cell phones. How are they going to be able to trade and transact with a centralized banking, decentralized currency? That's the acronym for CBDC. Don't tell me CBGBs. They're selling CBGBs in Nigeria. Thoughts? To the other thing that was referenced, I'm going to read a little excerpt from this article that just released by Gary Gensler about 30 minutes ago. Literally, I'm not fucking lying. He says, in regards to Dragonade mentioning that that everything we're doing is illegal, it's not a joke. He says, when I taught a course on blockchain and money at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, I asked my students every semester who they thought Satoshi Nakamoto was. To this day, no one knows. Nakamoto's anonymous identity is part of the creation myth of finance without trusted third parties. A new way to move value on the internet with the goal that there would be no government oversight or central intermediaries like banks. Since antiquity, however, the financial world has been built on trust and the rule of law. Further, finance has tended towards centralization, concentration, and interconnectedness from banks to stock exchanges. The crypto market is no exception. I pluralized that for no reason. To sum that up, he is saying that you are not allowed privacy. You are not allowed the means of transacting without notifying the government. That banks and third-party intermediaries should have the full unequivocal right of knowing what the fuck you're doing.
Didn't Biden just push another something through to be able to have closer monitoring on like smaller amounts of cash movements through banks and everything?
So two things came from Biden. I've referenced the one that you mentioned, and then the thing that just was reported. The first thing was third party money apps. If you transact $600 or more, you are required to report it. But that is currently on hold because somebody with a brain realized that is a fucking pain in the ass. Truthfully, so that is on pause, even though some third-party apps, for example, PayPal, Venmo, things like that, are required to issue 1099s, and they're supposed to know their customer and practice anti-money laundering practices for your taxes and things like that. The second thing is they're saying that Biden just pushed a new thing where I believe the number is 3.1 trillion. 3.1 trillion over the next 10 years, an increase in taxes. An increase in taxes overall in order to offset the debt. While yesterday, Jerome Powell just released a video saying, hey, look, motherfuckers, and this is quote unquote, he said, motherfuckers, you motherfuckers, don't believe me, whatever. He said, look, motherfuckers, we got to keep increasing the interest rate in order to offset inflation, and the real solution is raising the debt ceiling. This motherfucker's in charge. He is in charge of the GDP for this country. And he's saying, look, the only way to do this, we need more breathing room. Let's just owe a little more. Owe a little more, or you motherfuckers pay it back in the form of interest rates. Thoughts? Are you
just throw a few more generations in debt? Fucking great.
Sweep it under the rug. That's what this country's all about, right? Sweep it under the motherfucking rug. Brookhawk, very good point. They also said that they haven't seen lows in terms of real estate like this since, guess what? 2008, which also sparked what? The creation of a particular coin created by a certain anonymous either entity or group of individuals under a pseudonymous semi-Japanese nickname that Gary Gensler was shitting on in an article that he just released 35 minutes ago, where he was referencing how he was shitting on this individual at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Y'all, do you understand the way that I'm giving you information? I'm connecting dots for you to make it easier for you. I'm cursing all the time to make it much more digestible to the common brain, mind. This is what we're dealing with. Unmute your microphone. Thoughts? The current state of affairs. I gave you all that information about XRP. I don't expect you to remember it all or even that you were paying attention, right? And me saying this a million times is actually off-putting psychologically to many. It's supposed to turn you off. But really, what I'm fostering is the individual who will be birthed out of me telling you, no, stop, wait, don't, this is terrible, turn it off, mute it, into a fucking badass, a savage. So when you do hear bullshit out there, you are primed and ready to shut that shit down. This year is in the shitter. It's March 9th. And I can already tell you that this year is in the shitter. There's nothing. No P to E game release like Parallel. They just released their early access finally after like 3.5-4 fucking years. No new game is gonna attract new investors. Axie's down. Nothing that you're doing is gonna get this shit popping. Other than what I told you, there's only one catalyst. It is this fucking lawsuit, because this lawsuit has been the thing that has been causing the SEC to react to the way that they've been reacting. They have been reacting this way. Actually, let me share this tweet. Maybe you can read this for yourselves. They have been reactionary this entire time. Oh, it's not going to populate? All right. I'll show you this picture. They've been reactionary this entire time because the lawyers, the XRP lawyers, have been kicking their fucking asses. They played the paper game where the SEC wanted to inundate them with paperwork, so the XRP lawyers obliged them and sent them 4 truckloads. I mentioned this last year. 4 fucking truckloads of paperwork of every single transaction. They're like, okay, now you have to sift through it and you have to find the means. Do you understand? It's the pencil pushers fighting against pencil pushers with their own kind of shit. It's what these motherfuckers who sit at desks and ask you for stupid ass things, right? Impossible things to do in order to hem you up and fuck you up. They use that shit against them. It's like, no, you lazy motherfucker. It's your job to look through this. No, can you send us just an abridged? No. Unabridged. They counteracted them every single way. And then Annalisa Torres, who's a lawyer who's been overseeing a couple of things. I believe she was the one who also oversaw what went down with the Voyager acquisition. I think so. But she also referenced, so now some expert witnesses were stricken from the record. The SEC lawyer had a random quote-unquote expert witness wanting to speak on behalf of XRP holders. But remember, a year and a half ago, the lawyers were like, listen, we have a petition. They're trying to say that these people speak for you. They're like, no, fuck that. We speak for ourselves. Trust me. The XRP army speaks for their motherfucking selves to the point where you can't to get them to shut the fuck up. So they all fill this shit out. They say, no, we speak for us. 12,000 signatures. 12,000 emails. They were like, no, we speak for us, not this individual. The lawyer was, the judge was like, hey, you know what? You don't really speak for these people. You don't know these people. Then they say there was another issue. There's another deal where they said, hey, look, they want to argue over decentralization. If Brad Garlinghouse, who is the CEO of Ripple, stepped away, if these people stepped away from Ripple, the coin would go to shit. The XRP army and the lawyers said, no, it's sufficiently decentralized. It will run on its own. Then they're saying, no, it's only used as an investment contract. Again, they were like, no. They're not speculating on the price. This coin was used for other means. They were using it as a means for fulfilling loans and things like that. It had other financial features. That's what the XRP army was arguing. Ultimately, I'm giving you all this information again, this well-researched, well-documented information in the layman's terms, stuttery, performance arty, dumbass way. Me being dumbass, not you. You're smart. So you can better understand and digest the fact that this thing is a thing that's gonna shut this shit down. This aggressive enforcement, creating legislation through enforcement thing is gonna get his ass fucking kicked. And once that happens, this is the bonfire. This is gonna set this shit in motion. Because through this, since these motherfuckers don't want to learn, if Annalisa Torres says that the SEC is correct, there's already an appeal in place. This is not for you to take a back seat. This is for you to pay attention and lean in even more. An appeal is in place. Follow me. The lawyers already had the documents set up. An appeal is in place. This will go to the Court of Appeals. Annalisa Torres, she's like, oh shit, if this shit gets overturned. No judge likes their shit being overturned. But she's prepared if it does get overturned, right? It's cool because they left secret landmines in the documents. It's going to go to the Second Circuit, which will probably be pushed to the Supreme Court. If it goes to the Supreme Court, y'all, this is where regulation through enforcement is going to go down. If the SEC gets its motherfucking ass kicked in the Supreme Court over this and many other things that were fine-tailored by Stuart Alderati, by John Finan, and the XRP lawyers who have been kicking ass, there's shit in there that's going to set this shit on fire. The infrastructure bill that shout out to Richie Torres, the Bronx Democrat, who's been kicking ass. They've been restructuring that bill. There are things that will set this shit. Trust me when I tell you. This is NFA DYOR. God damn it. I'm in DYORing and I'm telling you. There's shit that's gonna set this shit on fire. Thoughts. I've been talking too long. You motherfuckers wanna like go to sleep or whatever, you geriatric motherfuckers. Thoughts. Unmute your microphone. You know, speaking of taxes, really quickly. Hey, Easy and Crypto, if you're still here, I want to pose a question to you. I don't know if you're still here or not.
I'm here.
But and I'll keep this very brief. So NYC has decriminalized cannabis, and they've legalized it for recreational use above the age of 21. The first ever dispensary was opened in my neighborhood from a nonprofit called Housing Works, but it's not actually based in my neighborhood. It's on the edge. It's actually in Soho, technically. And then 2 other dispensaries were just open. Part of me feels weird because not that I condone illegal criminal drug dealing. But when it comes to cannabis, I feel like the idea and thought of it being something that will kill and destroy and ruin an entire generation of people and destroy the health of individuals, I feel like that has been overblown and a little bit ridiculous. So people who have been selling this thing under the radar, not having a means of opening up their own business or dispensary in order to safely sell this thing, I felt they were being a little shitted on until I did more research. The one issue that I have above, even though they're saying that ex-convicts will have the first shot at working at these dispensaries or opening up their own or whatever. There are people who are not ex-convicts. There are people who support their families and their lives from selling this shit. But my issue is the taxation from each sale on this from these dispensaries is fucking terrible. I can't put it into words. Basically what I'm saying is it right for the government to be taxing the shit out of this from these dispensaries and from people in neighborhoods that have people who are selling it without having to go through these means?
No, it comes back around to money, and they're looking for it. And I would not be surprised if they're getting taxed up to like 45%, which makes it impossible to basically have a small business that runs in the marijuana industry in states probably like New York. California has had taxes on that stuff go up and up, and so the small guys get weeded out. And you basically get, probably maybe some corporations buying up, those smaller guys, consolidating, having their big weed store. So it's not beneficial for the people that have been, quote unquote, in the industry. It's beneficial for big money to come in and invest and, consolidate once again.
Thank you. In addition to that, and then we'll wrap it up. Many states, many cities have had dispensaries legalized. They've been profiting, taxing dispensaries, taxing the business, taxing, I guess, wholesalers. I don't have as much of an understanding of the inner workings like you do. These cities, though, operate in a deficit, I'm assuming. I'm also assuming. Wait, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. The cities tax these dispensaries, wholesalers, and the like, and these businesses. Corporations gobble them up or whatever, they sponsor them, whatever. In New York City, they're saying that many more dispensaries are going to be opening. It's going to generate a ton of revenue. But the country as a whole is dealing with inflation. So basically what I'm saying is, where the fuck is the money going? I can't. I'm not speaking well because I'm confused and flustered and I don't understand. If there's a burgeoning industry that's going to come up in the form of that, you can see the parallel between this and our space. If they're taxing the shit out of this, where the fuck is the money going if we're suffering from inflation?
The $1 million question. Just like here in California, they have really high tax on tobacco. It's probably like 15% or something. That's supposed to go to like schools and roads or something. They don't seem to be fixing the roads a whole lot. There's a black hole where this money goes, and I think it's into the pockets of a small group. I would say, what about a Metaverse dispensary where maybe you could be registered somewhere else, even if you possibly lived in New York and you sold your weed through NFT claims or something? I don't know, just throwing out ideas.
Thank you so much for that. To piggyback off of that, if a Metaverse-based cannabis company was already paying taxes being an entity, right? Would there be a double tax if you have a brick and mortar in the real world? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I bet I would think there would be, because wherever you're stationed at your brick and mortar, they're going to come at you for their piece. They don't care if you're in the metaverse, on Sundays and brick and mortar on Mondays or whatever. So unfortunately, I think you would get doubled up on.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming through to this edition of the Afties. Last week, I gave you one piece of information to focus on and kept it super short. This week, I gave you a lot. I went very long on purpose because I wanted you to just pay attention. Please, just pay attention. All right. Shout out to the entire leadership team here at meme.com. Shout out to the WIP crew. You know I love each and every single one of you. WIP fam, I love you. That's why I talk this long. Thank you so much. Much love, and I'll see you later.
One, two, three, four.